doing? How long is it going to take to pull up a sim today? There it goes. Sometimes it takes a while for it to detect that the sim is there, I guess. I don't really know why, but whatever. Just how OBS works, I guess. So today we're going to be flying out of Bedford, Amscom Field. Is this still Massachusetts? I think it is, right? Yeah, it is. Covers 1,125 acres of land. What am I flying? The Cessna 152, going low and slow. I almost thought of flying a plane that goes even slower than this, maxes out at like 70, 80 knots or something like that. But then, you know, it's probably not the best idea. I don't think it has autopilot either, so I'd have to hand fly the whole thing. I mean, I could do it, but it wouldn't look pretty. Be a lot of squiggly lines on the map in terms of my ground track. Yeah, so the whole plan is to probably depart northeast and then see if I can overfly Boston or not. I almost feel like they'll let me do it. Boston's usually pretty good about things. From there, probably just tell them, hey, we're gonna go out to, let's go for the tax yard. Go out to, how do I pronounce that? Nantasket Beach. You know, one of the big points on the chart. You get just a straight line across. The only thing is I'm gonna look up where they're currently landing. I'm gonna go ahead and connect in VPilot. What airport? Bedford. It's for the event today. Alright, so I'm gonna go double click on the Boston Natus just to see what's up over there. They're ILS 22 left. Starting 22 right. 27 cruise turn off. So yeah, me just going straight west to east across the field, they should be able to accommodate it. Assuming they're not super busy. But there's two tower controllers too, so I don't know how that's gonna go. Something I do know, at least when it comes to these heli routes, where is it on here? Yeah, you contact Boston Tower for your Bravo clearance. So I assume the same is true if you're not using those, and you're just wanting a transition. You still contact Tower. Can't see me. That's because I just connected, so you're not gonna see me. Just yet. You gotta give it a second. Just hit the connect button, bro. Also, I don't need airway technically. We're flying VFR. Just using that because, you know, you go over water and stuff here. I want to make sure I'm going the way I should go. So that's the plan. I'm gonna go file a flight plan. I don't need to for VFR, but it's mostly just to have the remarks in there. You know? We are Slant Alpha. Hello from Bedford Tower, how you doing? Departing Bedford. Yeah, I know I don't need to file a VFR flight plan, but what is it Zulu right now? I'm not even sure what Zulu time is. 1839, alright. So we'll put in 1850. Doesn't take that long to get a 152 out of here. Probably gonna go like 2,000 feet. Don't need to go that high in this plane at all. Actually, even lower than that, because Bravo and stuff. 1,500. Actually, does that keep me clear of obstacles and stuff? So they recommend above 1,600. That quadrant, 600 there. Eh, it should be fine. What's the obstacle for here? I don't even see it. Unless they're talking about that. Or several of the, I guess, bridges, buildings downtown. But I'm gonna be north of those, so it should be fine. Yeah, it should be fine. Airspeed, this thing doesn't go fast. A little clapped out 152. Let's just say 95. Less than triple digits. It really doesn't matter where I'm going, but because it's a VFR flight plan, agency won't even see it. I'm just filing it for the remarks. En route time, I don't know, an hour? Probably less than that. Fuel endurance. We're just gonna fill her up, so that's a while. That's probably more than 3 hours, you know. Alright, now for the actual remarks, the whole reason I'm filing it. There we go. Just put that bad boy in there. There we go. Alright. I don't know why I'm always yawning, bro. It doesn't seem to really matter at all. Alright, we should be squawking 1200. I don't know why this is so dark. It's just weird. Make sure the fuel's actually on and that I fill her up. Actually, no, I'm gonna do... God dang it, why does it not save what I want and don't want up top? I don't need like 99% of this. No reason really not to just fill her up there. Make sure G's is open. It doesn't save it like 2020. Everything else there, I don't really need the rest. We're fine. Battery. Prime it. And no one left, no one right. Except I did that. It's left, then right. Oh shit, my brakes. My parking brake wasn't on. I hit B out of laziness. Fine. There you go, you gotta hold it a little longer. Alright, so we are mode C, that's on over there. That should be fine. What I'm a little worried about though is my comm panel thing isn't working. I started the thing and it's not lighting up. Oh, you know what do I need? Yeah, I need to hit my avionics switches on the alpha even though this doesn't have it. Whatever. 24.6. 21.5 in there. There we go, both. Except ATIS frequency is probably different. No, it's the same on VATSIM. I'm just hearing nothing. 1246, that's what I have in, and I'm hearing nothing. Hey, Magician, if you're still listening to the stream here, you should tell your probably tower guy, I assume, to fix his ATIS. He probably just didn't voice record it. That's my assumption there. A lot of controllers don't want to voice record their stuff. Anyways, tower on 18.5.
Hanscom Tower, good afternoon, November 245 kilo, taxing to runway 29.
November 245 kilo.
And then wait, ground. They're just taking a delivery, but I don't need to talk to them. We're just going VFR, doing our thing. So that means we need to get a D-ATIS, even though this plane technically can't grab one. But it's information uniform. 3002, I think I've got that in everywhere. Visual approach 29, landing and departing 29. Yeah, get the taxi across the airport. It's not the greatest thing there. Would have checked though, would have parked over at the east ramp instead of Atlantic. Huh. Let me switch this. I don't just get the ATIS in my face all of a sudden. And then, you know what? I'm gonna plug in the Boston VOR so I can fly, you know, right over the airport, even though technically it's supposed to be visual and all that, but it's still good to have an aid to help you. 112.7. I can use that, and then that's basically southeast. We'll put it somewhere around there. Don't have to be exact or anything, I'll adjust it when I get in the air. Taking a scenic tutor Bedford, basically. Yeah. Seems like it. Oh, my alternator's not on. Now we're good. I have lost power in this plane before, because I forgot to turn on the alternator. And off of 2-9. I swear this thing moves super slow. But I'm using the hardware. It kind of sucks. Well, there's that. 2-9. Actually, it's 2-9-1. Adjusted a tiny bit. Taxi lights on. We'll call ground. I haven't heard a word on ground. Yet. And it's Hanscom ground, not Bedford. Like, I bet you a bunch of people are going to call it Bedford. Hanscom ground, November 341 Sierra Whiskey over at Atlantic. Information uniform. Request departure to the north.
Number 341 Sierra Whiskey. Roger. Runway 29. Taxi by Mike, hold short runway 5.
Number 29, taxiing via Mike, hold short runway 5. Number 1 Sierra Whiskey. Alright, so we're making a right turn out of here. There is a big plane off my left. That's probably why you want me to go this way.
We're going to need to do a run up that.
Yep, 77 Victor Sierra. I figured that. I know that aircraft well as a Cape Air person. Runway 29er taxi
Cape
via
Air person.
Alpha Echo to the run-up pad.
Sure to 5.
Alpha Echo 69er for November 77 Victor Sierra.
Or 341 Sierra Whiskey, runway 29er taxi via Mike Sierra Echo, cross runway 5 at Mike.
Mike Sierra Echo, crossing runway 5, number 1 Sierra Whiskey.
JetBlue 2428,
Approaching
Insto,
05.
ground, welcome ahead to Mike Sierra, cross runway 5.
Actually, I just realized Magician there in the chat is the tower guy. Just now realized that. Dang it, I didn't do trust but verify there. Where you're supposed to, you know, at least look left and right, check the runway. Trust that agency knows what they're doing, but also verify that it's clear. Because there has been times where agencies made mistakes in real life, even. They give someone line up and wait when they shouldn't, or whatever. You know, I installed scenery for Hanscom here, but it doesn't seem to have done anything. At least not much, if anything. Maybe it just improves the taxi.
JetBlue 2428 Hanscom ground.
Yeah, JetBlue 2428. Sorry, I misheard the frequency there.
So good, cross, welcome to Hanscom, cross runway 5 at Mike, and then Sierra to the terminal.
You know, I like how this ground controller here, professional as fuck. I call VFR to the north, he just gives me taxi instructions like he should. Meanwhile, some other VATS controllers, they're like, even not giving the agency information, uniforms current, just advise ready to taxi. And I'm like, I'm ready to taxi, that's why I called you. You know? Because you're supposed to call them when you're ready. At least when you're VFR. If you're IFR, you know, it's a little bit different. I know a lot of controllers, they're taught the whole IFR methodology where it's separate things.
77 Victor Sierra, monitor tower, or actually contact tower 118.5. Just call them when you're ready and you're done with your run up. Just remain in the run up pad until you're ready, and then call them when you're done.
Alright, we'll sit in the run up pad and call tower.
Remain in the run up pad, huh? Because I'm coming down this way. My bet. I'm going a little fast, but it's fine. I'm just like not hitting the brakes really much, although I will need to here in a second. I get my turn on to Echo. Actually, that's supposed to be back a little bit. I find it kind of funny how 152, at least this one, has 3 notches of flaps. You don't even need that most of the time. Also, I've got my light there. The battery's not charging. Yes, I know. Or at least not charging enough. it's not getting a positive charge. It's losing more power than it's gaining right now. Now let's see if this controller knows to just have me monitor tower. Or, not even really need to tell me to monitor tower. We'll see. I do see that little plane up there. First, they will be number 1. I don't even really check the weather that much. See if it's, you know, a good VFR day. See here, Boston, scattered 45. Plymouth, U42. Down in the Vineyard, clear. I'm going quick now. Nantucket, clear. Alright, we're good. We're good for VFR flight today. Big old building that probably shouldn't be there. Right there in front of me.
Number 341 Sierra Whiskey. Do you know that up as well? You're going to be ready to go at the end.
Yeah, we'll be ready to go at the end. 1 Sierra Whiskey.
1 Sierra Whiskey, contact tower 118.5. Have a good flight.
Yeah, the tower, 1 Sierra Whiskey. 118.5. Let's come tower, number 341 Sierra Whiskey, coming up on 29 for our north departure.
November 341 Sierra Whiskey, Hanscom Tower, roger. You'll be number 2.
Number 2, alright, I'm gonna give this guy plenty of room here.
November 727 Victor Sierra at the run-up pad for 29er. We're ready to go whenever you are.
November 727 Victor Sierra, Hanscom Tower, hello. Fly, runway heading, runway 29er, clear for takeoff.
Fly runway heading, runway 29er, clear for takeoff from 27 Victor Sierra.
November 1 Sierra Whiskey, runway 29er, line up and wait.
29er, line up and wait, 1 Sierra Whiskey. Are they supposed to be a Pilatus or something? I don't even know what aircraft. I mean, of course, my sim probably models it wrong or something.
And 1 Sierra Whiskey, say direction of flight.
We're gonna go northeast bound for 1 Sierra Whiskey.
Roger.
And then I'm gonna try and get a Bravo transition. It's a PC-12. Oh, you need a run-up for that? Okay. Normally turboprops don't. But, okay. No reason to follow him super close. We're just gonna keep our distance. Do for the stick pusher. Oh, okay. I guess I'm thinking more for, you know, engine reasons and stuff. Not necessarily other systems. There he goes. Alright, lights on.
Approaching 29.
Yes, I know. Our battery's not charging. I'll put it up to 1,000 when I'm putting the brakes on the runway here. Just to get it charging.
November 1 Sierra Whiskey, on course approved, runway 29er, clear for takeoff.
Of course, 29er, clear for takeoff, 1 Sierra Whiskey. Oh yeah, this dude's using his, like 3,000 feet in airborne,
Flaps.
or 45 or whatever.
Flaps.
Bitch, fine, I'll put a notch of flaps in. I don't need it in a 152. On a 7,000 foot runway. Oh yeah,
7 Victor Sierra, contact Boston departure.
Over to Boston, departure 7 Victor Sierra.
most rewarding aircraft to
Get it.
fly. HL PC-12, if you want something new, you'd put that at the top of the list. Is that like a payware thing, I'm guessing? I didn't even need the flaps, bro. At all. I'm just gonna get, you know, a few hundred feet up. You know, don't want to be right up the deck of the trees there. Then I'll turn. Alright, let's go. Turning right. See, study level is not a good word, or it's 2 words, but not a good thing in my opinion. And because people will describe things as study level, and really it doesn't mean anything. Because one aircraft could be considered study level, but it's kind of crap, but people just think it's cool because they don't know what they're doing. Another aircraft could actually be pretty good. You know, like, where's the line drawn for study level, you know? I have no idea. Oh, I just realized. Oh, fuck. I just realized something I forgot to check. My compass with the gyro. We're, like, leveled off right now, so I can kind of adjust it. That should do me about there. I just realized, wait, I'm, like, already on my heading. Alright, don't bust the Bravo.
Flaps.
Betty,
Flaps.
we're fine. Breakers and the system actually shuts off, yeah? There's a lot of aircraft that you can do that in. Like, I'm pretty sure I can do it in this one, and it's not necessarily the best. Like, I can pull a breaker, like the strobe lights. And then I'm pretty sure the strobe lights aren't working now. Yeah. But, like, doesn't mean the plane's the best. It's just a feature the developer put in there. And this is freeware, too. Alright, so Boston Tower. There are 2 Boston Towers online. West 118 or 128.8. If it doesn't work out, I'm just gonna shoot the gap between the Bravo and the Delta to go back south. And shit, I forgot to arm the altitude again. Let me actually arm it this time. Alright, so he doesn't need to tell me frequency change approved. We can kind of just go on our own. I'm gonna go not necessarily straight east yet. Because our frequency change, you know, once we leave the Delta, we're good. Meanwhile, a lot of VATs and posts will be like, Tower, can we get a frequency change? I always laugh at that, bro. Alright, well, I don't need, you know, to go super quick. Alright, now I'm just gonna turn straight east. One, 28.8. I'll wait till I get a little closer.
Clear for the ILS, 2 left. Simply 1926 Boston Tower, hello, the wind is 100 at 9er, runway 22 left for the land. Clear to land, runway 22 left, JetBlue 1926.
Let me actually check here. Am I going straight east? Of course, the wind is probably affecting us a little bit. Look up at the top there. Yeah, we're good. Just feel like I should be going, maybe, you know, magnetic deviation and stuff is a little weird in this area or something. I don't know. Okay, so there's about, call that 3 miles? 3-mile gap right there? Oh, probably 2.5. I could fit right through there if need be, if they don't allow me into the, to overfly Boston. Got an iPad Pro, an Apple Pencil. Written clearances, no need for See, I prefer the smaller iPads, really. Because the Pro, isn't that the really large one? Like, that just seems like it gets in the way. I got the iPad Mini, I think it is. I think a lot of pilots use the minis. Or maybe the normal size ones. Alright, you know what? Let me go towards the VOR. So I plugged that in for, my use here. Do I need to tell them I have the ATIS? Give it a listen. 135, nothing. And again, I'm not getting it. If I put it on COM 1, am I gonna hear it then? Nothing. What the hell is up with the ATISes? I'm hearing nothing.
JetBlue 1926 left of Austin, cross runway 22 right on Echo, contact ground 121.
It's information alpha still. Altimeter 3003. Oh, I hate that glowing thing.
Cross runway 22 right on Echo and contact ground.
3003.
JetBlue 1926.
And JetBlue 1926, give way to the Delta A321 that's turning on a Bravo now.
Give way to the Delta that is turning. Yeah, I have it on site.
JetBlue 233 Boston Tower, good afternoon. Runway 22 right, line up away, traffic crosses down 2.
22 right, line up away, JetBlue 233.
Boston Tower, remember Treaty 410 Whiskey, or 10.5 to the northwest VFR request.
3410 Whiskey, contact Boston Tower on 124.72.
12472, 10 Whiskey. You know what I'm gonna do? We're gonna not go direct. Let me just go to the east real quick, so I'm not busting the Bravo. The dude was ready for me. But I looked at the frequencies, they said the one for the west. You know, whatever. Hey, Boston Tower, remember Treaty 401 Sierra Whiskey. We're 900 miles to the northwest of Logan VFR request.
November 3410 Whiskey, Boston Tower, go ahead.
Number 341 Sierra Whiskey, if you have the spacing here, we'd like to overfly Logan and then transition the Bravo over towards Nantasket Beach, and then proceed southeastbound from there.
Great, November 341 Sierra Whiskey, you're ready to contact. Cleared into the Boston class Bravo via the Tobu route out of below 1,005.
Shoot.
Squawk 7301.
Alright, good, through the Boston class Bravo via the Topin route, and say a squawk in for 1 Sierra Whiskey.
Squawk 7301.
7301, 1 Sierra Whiskey. 301. Alright. So, need to go up here and look at the charts. I don't think I've flown this specific one before. So, Tobin. And when he said that, I'm like, ah, crap, heli route. So, we have to go up to basically where 95 and Highway 1 intersect. Which, I'm almost there. Lou Blanchett, how you doing? And then from there, follow Highway 1 south. All the way down, and then probably gonna take us via Blay there. Alright, then over on the tab. Are there any restrictions for it? At all? There we go. Should probably keep my head out the window, so I'm about to miss my turn here. Dude, bro, these power controllers, they probably know that I know what I'm doing or something. You know, I'm a familiar voice around the network. You know my charts, for the most part. Gone through the whole Boston Wings thing. Right, no reason to go quick here. Which one was it? Tobin. Along the Inner Harbor Coast Guard Station. Yeah, there's not really altitude restrictions there, because I know some heli routes in some places, not necessarily Boston, but they have like altitude restrictions. I see nothing there. See how it goes. So we're gonna go out towards Black Rock Beach, whatever area there. Once I get out that way, go between a few islands. That's about it there. Alright. Focus on the flying. I would just use, like, hand flying it, but we're doing heading bug. Maintain the altitude and not get in the way of other traffic. The only problem is I'm not going to be able to see other traffic, really. I'm going to do my best, but I'm probably not going to be able to see them. It's like really nighttime is when I can. Going Stu, up for the 152. Going over Boston. I mean, I wanted to go over the top of it, but I don't think they're gonna let me. Just gave me one of the helicopter routes. When he said that, you know, I was in here like, I took a second. I'm like, oh yeah, helicopter routes. A paid version? No, it's a freeware thing. It's not an FSTO.
Number 1 Sierra Whiskey, once you are overhead the Tobin Bridge, you can proceed over the field via runway 15 right, and then proceed on runway heading to Nantasket Beach.
Right over the Tobin Bridge, proceed along 15 right, and then a runway heading to the beach, 1 Sierra Whiskey. Am I following the right road? I think I am. Nope, I've lost my road. Where's my road? I just looked over at my chart here and I lost my road. It's over there, I think. I was following the wrong road there. I think. Or am I? I'm not even sure now. No, I was close to right. Yeah, there's this whole zigzaggy road here. There's a bridge right there, and that's the bridge you want me to use. I'm pretty sure. I don't think there's another bridge. I mean, that's a big old bridge there. If that's not it, I don't know what is. Kind of referencing the chart that I got on my top screen. And give me an altitude restriction, so we're just going to maintain our current altitude, 1,500. Got a runway heading. Basically 150. This is pretty cool. I haven't done this before, really. I've done it higher altitude, never really lower altitude. Like the L-39, I've taken that like 6,000 feet over or something. You know, really, this is what this little event here is built for. Just GA stuff like this. That's an A380. Yep, British Airways A380 right there. Well, we've got another guy doing things. Southwest, a couple planes. Some Americans, a JetBlue. Let's try this. Do I have the payware installed? I should. It kind of looks a little fancy. Yeah, it's even got the fancy tower there. Yeah, we gotta proceed runway heading all the way out there to the beach. Remember one of those VFR wings flights, I think it was Wing 6 or VFR 6. You had to use a heli route to fly into Logan and land. That's a fun one. Flight attendant did a great job in Boston. Bro, it's one of the best sceneries in my opinion. Like of all the ones I have, it's one of the best ones. Found it kind of funny how I didn't have to talk to the other tower at all. Just had to call 12472. I mean, it was kind of weird how, you know, I called West Tower. Wait, and actually, they don't even have, they're not even using the East frequency now that I look at it. They're doing, oh, the helicopter tower, that's what it is. So it's one guy staffing the main part of the tower, and the other guy's managing helicopters in quotes. Which I'm sure they'll probably get one or two helis or something. Turn that power up a little bit. You know, I should have done what I did at Fort Worth one time. I took one of the heli routes right down the middle of the airport, and I dropped my flaps, and I think I did it in the 152. I dropped my flaps, and I watched as a guy took off right next to me.
November 1 Sierra Whiskey on course to Bird.
Of course, 1 Sierra Whiskey. Which, I'm just going to keep going straight this direction. Actually, no, we'll go point it generally towards Plymouth, which is a little more south-ish. Our guy should at least do ground if there's not a ground controller on. Well, there is a ground controller on, so there you go. Point it generally towards Plymouth. Don't have to be exact or anything. Ooh, I'm not the only one going to Plymouth. There is November Juliet Mike 410. I have no idea what call sign that is. But they're going IFR out there. There is someone going to TKPK. Where the heck is that? I have no idea. Alright, so that's CTAF out here. 12272. Of course, I'm not changing frequencies yet. Just get it in standby. Yeah, I didn't read that part where it says contact them on that frequency. So Plymouth there, the significance, I mean, of course, isn't it like we're the first, like, pioneers of North America or whatever landed or something like that?
November 3410 Whiskey, leaving the Boston Class Bravo, squawk maintain VFR. Radar service terminated, squawk maintain VFR frequency change.
5 frequency change brewed, 1 Sierra Whiskey. You know, I was actually reading up in the 7110 this morning, because one of the, it was an S1, I had controlled him last night, and he had a whole question about a thing, and I looked it up, and apparently I've been doing stuff wrong. All you need to say, what is it, there's 2 parts to someone being VFR and then service terminated stuff. Radar service terminated squawk 1200, which I don't really agree with that one. I'd rather do radar service terminated squawk VFR, you know, it's basically the same thing there. And then frequency change approved. That's kind of the 3-part, well, it's 2 parts, but technically 3 different phrases used. Or change to advisory approved, can be replaced with a frequency change. What section was that? Sent him the section for him to read it. 7611 is what you say to VFR aircraft when you're like terminating radar service. There was kind of a separate one for IFR 519. I also looked at it because I was like, apparently I've been doing it wrong. I haven't been saying squawk VFR because I thought that was implied when the radar service is terminated. Alright, so the weather down here in Plymouth. And I also did the squawk and maintain VFR for a long time, and realized maintain VFR wasn't needed. Because, I mean, they're already VFR, they're gonna maintain VFR, they're not talking to you, so they can't be IFR, or, you know, it's whatever. It's the pilot's responsibility at that point. But 050 at 8, we'll land runway 6. That'll be left downwind unless there's a right pattern. There's not. Alright. There's a bit of weather off to the west. Hopefully I can beat it in. Go animate this. Yeah, that's some red too. It's kind of going southbound. But also slightly growing. I can't really see it up ahead. I don't know. That was pretty cool. We're flying Boston now. Alright, so the thing is out of Plymouth. I'm not even sure who I need to talk to. Oh yeah, they did a FATRat radar update today. I'm on the beta version, so we'll see how this goes. Yeah, so I'm not even sure who to call. It's one of those Boston approaches. Who let the Canadian in the radar room? Benjamin there. So 1330 is like their primary frequency. Let's see if any of these frequencies are on the charts for Plymouth. So there's 118.2. That is... They have 11825 in use right now. Probably not exact. I didn't even know this had an arrival. Ah, I never knew that. Where's a frequency? They usually have a frequency on here, I think. Maybe not. Yeah, there's no other page. Alright, so if we go facility directory. One 118.2. That doesn't really help. 1206. Alright, thanks. Wait. 1206 ain't even on the list there. Or is that Boston Center? That's probably Boston Center, ain't it? No, not even that. Where'd you get 120.6 from? I mean, I see 12065 for clearance delivery. Far combines 33 nothing. Okay, okay. So your default frequency for Boston approach then? I never changed frequency from tower. There we go. Now we're good. Our pattern altitude out here, 1200. Go ahead and go down to that. No reason to go down fast. As long as it says armed, because I forget to arm it half the time. But I guess when you're changing altitude, it's fine. So there's all that rain off my right. Just gotta make sure that doesn't come over to our direction. Or else I'm cooked. And really, northeast United States, you know, you look out the window of your plane, it's a cool looking place. Like, I wouldn't mind living way up here, just as long as I'm not near New York or DC or anything at all. That's fucking crazy. Cause I mean, up here in Boston, it's a little better. At least their snow management is better than where I live right now here in Louisville. They just throw salt at everything. Maybe not the best for your plane at all. Yes, them clouds starting to come over a bit. Can't really see the airport. But why is it gotta be all pixelated? Come on, or all jaggedy and shit. You know, I turned off the beta, and the beta I did notice when I was on it like a quality decrease, and I guess they did that to help with your VRAM and performance and stuff. I can't even see the airport out there. Alright, so there's these wind turbines out there. Can I see those in the chart? The wind turbines are prior to the airport, so I gotta look further south than that. Somewhere out there. Kinda going right towards them. I'm gonna go right a little bit. No one else is really coming here, but whatever. And both traffic, number 341 Sierra Whiskey Cessna 152, 7 miles north. We'll be entering the left downwind runway 6, full stop Plymouth. You know, I don't have the scenery that I had installed for Plymouth because there was a while there was a guy in Eric Flight's Discord. He was developing what would be a payware for the airport, and graciously gave me like an early version of it, but he hasn't made, at least that I've seen, any progress on that in a while. When's the last time he put a message in his little channel? Because Eric had a channel in his Discord, the guy would show off stuff. Oh yeah, it's been over a year and a half since he last put anything in there. A little disappointing. It looked like he was doing some good stuff there. Yeah, this is not the best visibility, but we're still VFR. Still got our 3 miles and 1,000 feet, or is it 2,000 or 1,000 feet below? I don't remember. I'm pretty sure I've got that. Yeah, even on my map now, yeah, there's a bit of rain right here. Bit of light rain. Ooh, what the hell happened to those trees? I feel like that's not supposed to be like that. You can kind of see the green on the ground from the satellite imagery. Still not really seeing the airport. Unless that's it. Probably it. No reason to go super fast right now either. It should be like a runway that way, and then a runway that way. That's probably it right there. We'll land a runway 6. Make sure everything's working there. Oh, that's runway lights. Well, probably the reflection of runway lights somewhere? What the hell? I mean, airport's right there. The traffic, number 1, Sierra Whiskey, we're about a mile to the north. Entering the 45 for the left down, runway 6, full stop, Plymouth. Actually, let me make sure the weather's still, or the winds are alright for that still. Yeah, haven't changed. You know, normally you'd go listen to like a frequency to get your immediate weather. But when I'm flying a Phantom, can't really do that. Even flying, or even using the built-in ADs, I don't think it updates that quick. I could be wrong on that. Alright, start slowing her down. Not necessarily descend yet. Yeah, Plymouth traffic 1 Sierra Whiskey over midfield left downwind to runway 6 Plymouth. This has been a good Sunday fun day so far. Actually, when's this event end? In. Ends at 5 p.m. Eastern. Alright, so there's still an hour and a half. That's probably enough time for me to make it down to Nantucket. We'll see. Alright, start descending. Idle throttle. Go flaps 2. Traffic 1 Sierra Whiskey, left base, runway 6, Plymouth. You know, I always find it funny how a lot of our modern VATSIM pilots here, you know, the youngins mostly, they wouldn't be able to fly the pattern like this. They barely know how to hand fly their plane and turn off their autopilot. They think autopilot is a requirement or something. Really not. I'm a little high. I'm gonna just, you know, not fully aligned to final. Oh, come on, turn. Oh, getting a little slow. That's why I wouldn't want to do anything. Just almost like a slight S-turn, kind of. To give myself a little more room to descend.
Caution,
Traffic 10 Whiskey,
taxiway.
final runway 6, Plymouth.
Caution, taxiway.
Bro, come on. Betty, shut up. Now we're good. Give myself a little more room. Too high is bad. Too low, you can add a little bit of power. Well, a little bit low. If you're way low, go around. We're good there. My opinion. If I would hit the brakes a little earlier there, I could have stopped even earlier. I don't think there was another intersection though. Yeah, I'm used to this scenery looking a bit different. I don't have it. Alright, we're gonna go back to runway 6. And the traffic on Sierra Whiskey, taxiing back to runway 6, Plymouth. And then we'll continue south. Yeah, that weather is in our way. God dang it. Might have to pick up an IFR to get out of here. There's just this like little weather cell there. And really, it's probably smart to pick up an IFR just in case. Because, yeah, that storm doesn't really look the best. I mean, it looks alright out that way. And really, once I get far enough south, I should be fine. Yeah, I might just go for it. I need to file nothing. Let me put in 1330 so I can go call them on the departure here. Flight following, you know, thanks to Jand. That's probably not even really how you're supposed to pronounce it there. 133 nothing, default Boston approach frequency. And below traffic, remember, 3410, so running runway 6 will be a left turn out to the south, Plymouth. Go to Nantucket now. Betty's gonna want notch flaps if I don't need it.
Approaching 06. On runway 06.
Hey, Betty's not yelling about taxiways now. My nose are down a little, flaps up. And then we keep her climbing. Or wait, oh shit, I'm a right turn out to the south, not left. Yeah, I can still be professional and make left traffic and overfly midfield. Instead of being, you know, a guy that doesn't really follow the pattern. There's that weather off my left not looking pretty. Let's see if I can make it up to 15. traffic. Number 1 service here, we're on the left downwind, runway 6, so we'll be overflying the field, departing to the south, with traffic. Oh yeah, I'm just kind of aim for gap here. Forget to arm it there. Probably go higher than this, but don't need to. Alright, there's really no one else here. The traffic 1 Sierra Whiskey, overflying midfield will be right there to the southwest, call Plymouth. 33 net. And I'm gonna go plug in Martha's Vineyard. That gives me clear of the restricted area and stuff.
05 Golf Fox shows sliding of the 30, so it's gonna be vectors for heads.
145.
Delta 1527, connect Boston 133.45.
Boston 133.45, Delta 1527, see you.
I don't need to go full bore on the throttle or anything. Actually, I gotta update the overlay. What am I doing? Well, actually, we'll take a quick vote. You guys want me to go to Nantucket or return to Bedford? Because that is technically the event. What should I do before I call up Boston here? Well, I'm just going to continue as planned. We'll go down to Nantucket.
Delta 5096, connect center 13345.
Yeah, clouds are clearing.
Connect either center 135.
Roger 410, you are clear through the Bravo airspace, maintain VFR at or above 3000, correct to
I'm just gonna climb to 25. A little more clear of the ground. I'm not seeing that weather that's depicted on the iPad. Boston approach, remember tree 410 Sierra Whiskey V4 request.
Number 341 Sierra Whiskey Boston, Sierra request.
Adam Tree 401 Sierra Whiskey, we're 6 south of Plymouth. Cessna 152, request flight following to Nantucket 2500.
341 Sierra Whiskey, connect Boston Center 133.45.
3451 Sierra Whiskey. Okay, I guess I left his airspace. I knew it was kind of tight there, but okay.
Clear direct Kennebunk, climb and maintain, set of altitude 60.
Alright, I'm just gonna use Martha's Vineyard.
I had someone call
maybe
for a
not.
wings VFR 2, go ahead.
Oh, for a wings flight.
Roger, and the VFR 2, you pick up flight following, correct? Where are you trying to go?
Yeah, I'm just gonna call him out of Martha's Vineyard. I've got that measurement in the cockpit.
Center 2 Charlie Echo Roger, and what is your aircraft type and requested altitude? Aircraft type.
You gotta love the new pilots.
2 Charlie Echo Roger for the flight following, squawk 6210 and advise ready for taxi.
Boston Center, November 341 Sierra Whiskey. We're 2-3 miles north of Martha's Vineyard VFR request.
Enter 341 Sierra Whiskey, Boston, go ahead.
Number 341 Sierra Whiskey, we're currently 2,500. The type is Cessna 152, request flight following to Nantucket.
Enter 1 Sierra Whiskey, register clock 7301.
7301, 1 Sierra Whiskey.
JetBlue 2122, connect New York approach 134.55.
Same code as earlier.
Okay.
Can you repeat the frequency for JetBlue 2122?
Sure, 134.55.
13455, good day, JetBlue 2122.
Dang, I gave him a good position report and everything. There's someone else around me. I have no idea.
No, 2 Charlie Echo, roger, runway 24 to XCV Echo, cross runway 15.
2 Charlie Echo, we expect 24 via Echo, crossing 5.
I'll put my code in. I just wonder if I do it too fast. Or something. Yeah, we're single engine out here over the water, so like the higher the better in terms of altitude. Clouds are looking a lot better. There's a lot of times in this like island little area here, it's not the greatest. So I'm gonna go 35 actually. We're gonna climb to 35. Well, guy must be coordinating or something. He hasn't responded to me at all.
Delta 1527, cross Calverton, out to maintain 2000, speed 250 knots. The Kennedy altimeter 3004.
Alright, we'll cross Calverton at 12,250 knots for Delta 1527.
Push the throttle.
Enter 341 Sierra Whiskey, radar contact 40 northwest of Nantucket. The Cape altimeter 3004, maintain VFR.
004, maintain a VFR, 1 Sierra Whiskey. Actually, do they have... No, they don't have natives. 04. 04. Because if my engine goes out, I want to be able to glide somewhere. Doesn't even have to necessarily be an airport. Not really flat strips to land on here, really. I mean, there maybe?
Delta 726, connect Boston approach 133.0, good day.
Road out there. Yeah, there's I don't always have a plan. I mean, it is a sim, so just land wherever the hell it'll
Delta
probably work.
726, connect Boston approach 133.0. Elite 4475, New York Center is closed. Your frequency change approved. Good day.
Forwarding an accomplish
Elite. Oh, that's that guy going to TKPK.
Boston, good afternoon. TBM 993 Uniform Tango, level 10,000, direct pitch.
It's like
Report.
Robert Bradshaw Airport.
Sir, 993 Uniform Tango, Boston Center closed. The Bradley altimeter 3002.
3002, gotcha.
Oh, there's even an India bridge on right now. Oh, there was a second there. that there's a guy on the ground at Zanesville right now. I thought it was the same guy that was sitting there AFK last night that I guess forgot to disconnect. Oof. You know, there are clouds at this altitude. I'm just gonna drop it down to 500 feet, see what happens there. Because I'll technically be within 3,000 feet of the surface, so anything should be good to cruise it. I wonder, can I pick up the Nantucket VOR yet? That's 6.2. Up and down the wrong frequency there.
Alright, 2 Charlie Echo, thanks. The wind 240 at 10. On course departure is approved. Runway 24, clear for takeoff.
Should be good at those clouds.
District, we're gonna cancel that takeoff.
Alright, 2 Charlie Echo, roger. Hold short and advise ready for departure.
2 Charlie Echo, we can.
JetBlue 905 to 105 for 140.
Yeah, you know, today's Sunday fun day. I'm not really trying to ruch the flights or anything.
905 should be with the other center 123.75.
I almost might go back and do paddle work at Bedford after this.
Delta 1527, connect New York approach 125.7, good day.
New York approach 125.7, good day, Delta 1527.
Delta 5096, descend now and maintain 8,000, the Providence altimeter 3002.
This dude's probably like
Delta
pattern or
5096,
something.
now maintain flight level 8,000, Providence altimeter 30.
The light level 8,000. There's one guy doing pattern work. Doug. 720 Sierra Papa.
2735, Austin Center, hello.
Oh, wings VFR 1, hell yeah.
Descend via the Roebuck free arrival for runway 22 left, the Boston altimeter 3002.
Hell yeah, love to see it.
Director Roebuck, descend via the Roebuck 32 left.
And there's, I seem to have found Darth Dennis. He's flying something slant golf.
November 3 Uniform Tango, connect Bradley approach 123.905.
See if I can find him on his Twitch.
33.905 Uniform takeoff. See ya.
American 6994, descend across straight, add and maintain for level 240.
Yeah, get ads for Borderlands. Bro, I've been getting like only Borderlands ads on Twitch ever since it came out.
American 6994, Boston.
Someone's not paying attention.
Boston Center, November 750, Mike Echo, we're at 14,000.
This dude's F-18, I think.
Under 750, Mike Echo, Boston Center, hello. Climb maintain, flight level 260.
Climb maintain, flight level 260, 0 Mike Echo.
American 6994, descend across straight, add and maintain, flight level 240.
Descend flight level 240 to across straight, American 6994. Sorry for missing your message. I was competing landing performances.
He's landing Bedford. Oof. Huh. That is stress. He has like 2 different overlays for all his flight information, like altitude, ground speed, and stuff. He has 2 different overlays for it. Bruh. That's pretty funny. Is he VFR or IFR? Oh, IFR.
We are now.
Oh wait, he's not even an F-22. What is that?
2 Charlie Echo, roger. The wind 24010 on course departure approved. Runway 24 clear for takeoff.
I'm not even sure what aircraft type that
Clear
is.
for takeoff. 2 Charlie Echo.
Delta 5096, connect New York approach
22.
134.55. Good day.
Delta 5096, police. Delta 5096, contact New York approach 125.700,
Negative, New York 134.55.
There's 124.55.
Negative. He probably saw NY underscore approach and he's like, oh, that's the one I need to go to. Up, I see Sleeveless flying his P-180 into his home airport of Wingsfield there. Hi, yeah, he's departing out of there, going to Leesburg, Godfrey Airport. Up, and there goes Indy approach. They gone.
Nurse 727 Victor Sierra, Boston Center, maintain 12000, the Portland altimeter 3002.
Alright, so I can kind of see the island out there. Still gonna be a little bit though. Well, you know, it's funny for dinner. It sounds like today's probably gonna be a takeout kind of day, or even go somewhere kind of day. Because my parents, usually at least once a year, sometimes twice a year, they're harvesting honey from the bees that my dad has in the backyard. He's a pretty good beekeeper there. Doesn't have many hives. You don't need many. Because, you know, it's mostly honey for himself and some of the rest of the family. Sells some of it, maybe. Maybe, though.
JetBlue 1955, Boston Senate Low, climb maintain, level 380.
Level 380, that's
55. November 2 Charlie Echo, your radar contact, say altitude.
2 Charlie Echo, passing 1,400 or 4,100.
Right, 2 Charlie Echo, roger, maintain VFR, the Cape altimeter 3004.
I just remembered, over here, we have 11 minutes to destination because I got a VOR in there.
VFR, Cape altimeter 3004.
It's a little faster than I thought this would go too. 107, 108, 110. Getting up there, we're zooming. At least for a 152. I guess I also haven't flown it much in 2024 because I've only got a little over an hour on the hobs and all that. Although that might reset when you go and do engine health. You do that maintenance, I think. I'm sure it does. With a lot of fuel, yeah. Crazy how this plane, you know, it doesn't burn very much.
American 6994, continue descent across Calverton at a maintain 1-2000, the Kennedy altimeter 3004.
So 220 at 10 on the winds. So 24 is our landing runway. It'll probably be a right downwind entry 3004 out there at Nantucket.
American 6994, Boston Center.
Uh-oh.
American 6994, Boston Center, hello.
American 6994, continue descent across Calverton, Charlie, 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 at a maintain 1-2000, 250 knots, the Kennedy altimeter 3004.
Descend at Calverton 120, 12,000 feet, 250 knots, altimeter 3004, American 6994.
North 0 Mike Echo, stop your climb at flight level 220, that'll be your final.
Climb at 220, 0 Mike Echo.
Dude's out there in the citation X. Oh, he was going up to 260. They want him at 2-2. For whatever reason. That's kind of interesting to me, how this airspace, you know, meshes up together. Alright, you know what I'm gonna do? So I can do, like, a somewhat more efficient... Oh shit, I'm turning the VOR knob instead of the heading. We're gonna go turn a little bit this way so we can do a little more of an efficient, or a little more official, like 45-degree entry, and also be closer to land, you know, in case there was an engine out. Also, maybe even pointed toward the VOR. Yeah, it would set me up for a final.
Enter 1 Sierra Whiskey, the Nantucket Airport, due your 12 o'clock in about 4 miles. Just let me know when you have it in sight.
Do have the airport in sight, 1 Sierra Whiskey. I think that's it right there.
For 1 Sierra Whiskey, Roger, thanks. You can enter right base for runway 24.
Right base 24, 1 Sierra Whiskey. Or actually, that's not it. Shit. It's there.
JetBlue 2735,
It almost
connect
looked like
Boston
there.
approach 133.0, good day.
99% sure it's there. 'Cause it's right on the coast. Actually, there... It's one of those. And I'm just gonna hand fly the rest. We're slow descent by pulling out some power. Have carb heat? Yeah, technically supposed to...
Enter 3 Papa Whiskey, Boston Center. That was unreadable. Sounds like you're pretty far. You're gonna go to the other center, 123.75.
Sounds like you're pretty far, huh? 500 feet a minute. Barely need to move the yoke. It's already all trimmed out and stuff. Maybe pull the power back just a little more. Actually, no, I don't actually know when you're supposed to use carb heat, to be honest. I've never
November
really
0
figured
Mike
that one out.
Echo, descend now and maintain 8,000, the Providence altimeter 3002.
Descend now to 8,000 and altimeter 3002, November 0 Mike Echo.
Actually, he said right base.
November 7 Victor Sierra, descend and maintain 3,000, the Manchester altimeter 3001.
So that means I need to turn a little more to the left. towards the middle of the island.
November 727 Victor Sierra, Boston Center. 7 Victor Sierra, descend and maintain 3000, the Manchester altimeter 3001.
Descend maintain 3000 for 7 Victor Sierra.
Paper 176 Alpha, also security, we are climbing for level 110.
Skipper 176 Alpha, Boston Center, hello, climb and maintain for level 270 for now.
Trying to figure out if that's a kid or just a normal British accent. I don't know. I think it's a kid. Kid that doesn't sound like they don't know what they're doing. They sound like they do know what they're doing. Just, you know, good. Sometimes we get kids here on VATSIM that have absolutely zero idea what they're doing. They probably go into the negative values.
Whiskey, the Nantucket wind 24010, runway 24, clear to land.
24, go to land, 10 whiskey. There's still a little under an hour of this event. Yeah, I might just go do some pattern work at Bedford. Okay, so that, yeah, I did have it right the first time. There's the airport. I thought it was like over here. It's further down the coast of the island than I thought. Alright, so to help the, you know, the rich people out here not get mad at a plane flying over their house.
November 2 Foxtrot X-ray, descend and maintain 1000, the Manchester altimeter 3001.
Try and use this like Bay
area,
yeah, close to the airport without flying over the houses. That pattern altitude, no, it should be 1,000 feet. Let's see, start dropping.
United 231, go ahead.
You should pull the power, keep the same trim setting. It tries to keep your
United 231, Roger, give the other center a call, 123.75.
I really wish we could have all the frequencies open in a center. People can just actually use their charts, figure out what frequency to call. That'd be great. Like, doesn't mean we necessarily need to keep switching people between different frequencies and stuff, but I'd usually cross-couple.
7 Victor Sierra, you clear direct to Lawrence.
That'd be cool. So I could look at a chart. Oh, I can call that frequency to call this controller. That'd be cool.
Enter 7 Victor Sierra, amend instruction, maintain 6000.
Direct north and 6,000
I don't even know if this is some official procedure or anything to do this, but I'm doing it anyways. It'll help the rich people not be as angry at the planes and then want the planes to be gone. Gotta take in consideration what other people will think about, you know, this loud lawnmower overflying their house. Basically what a 152 is, just a lawnmower engine, I feel like.
Enter 7 Victor Sierra, give Boston approach a call, 118.25.
It's a little more powerful than that, but still.
Beaver 421 Super, hello, passing 10,000 for 140.
These supers makes me wonder if that's.
Beaver 421, Boston Center, hello, climb and maintain for level 390.
390, Speedbird 421.
Makes you wonder if they are. Or they were that one Speedbird A380 that I saw at Boston. That was a while ago, too. It took me a while to start that plane and taxi out. Drop some of that power a little bit.
Right, November 7 Juliet Bravo, give the other center a call, 123.75. He'll help you out. Center 7 Victor Sierra, Hootie called. You're still on center. Near 750 Mike Echo, connect New York approach 134.55.
134.5, November 750 Mike Echo.
134.55.
Direction 134.55.
I don't know, my
0
flaps
Mike
are.
Echo.
I'm gonna widen out this base to final a little bit. A little high, a little fast. Should have started descending slightly earlier. Or flaps too.
Speedbird 421, clear direct Brad.
Clear direct Brad.
Like how my RPM is above 1,000, but it's still showing the battery's not charging. Usually I thought it was RPM that did that, maybe not. Maybe it's actual throttle powers needed too, or something. We're not exactly aligned on final. Yeah, we're a little bit high, but I also want to exit past the runway that crosses here.
And November 2 Foxtrot X-ray, that's going to maintain 3,000.
So maintain 3,000, Foxtrot X-ray.
Approaching 1-5.
And we have information, Victor.
Alright, the touchdown.
3 Foxtrot X-ray, Roger. You're gonna let the next controller know that.
Bro, my nosebleed always feels like I slam it down. I really don't, though.
Austin, good evening, November 960 Foxtrot at non-socket request to Bedford.
Number 960 Foxtrot, you cleared the Hanscom Airport as filed. Maintain 2,000. Expect 10,000 as your final. 1 0 minutes off to departure. Departure frequency 133.45 and squawk 0037.
For definition, Bedford at file 2,000, 10,000 final. Departure base frequency 133.45 and squawk 0037. November 9060 Foxtrot.
Number 9060 Foxtrot, read back correct. Expect runway 24, call for taxi.
Runway 24, call for taxi 960 Foxtrot.
Enter 3410 Whiskey, taxi to the ramp via Echo. Have a good night.
Right by Echo, 10 Whiskey. Alright. Now, I don't have the same scenery that I did back in 2020. Actually, I should have it installed. It doesn't look the best, though. Well, that sucks. It doesn't work in 2024. Or, I mean, it probably kind of does, but it's supposed to look a little better than that. I think. I'm not even 100% sure. There was a new scenery for 2024. Maybe I need to try that one. It just didn't look as good as the old one. Is that other guy over there? I think that's him, yeah.
Enter 2 Foxtrot X-ray, give me a good rate down, please. I need to get 3,000 for the handoff to approach.
Yeah, good rate down.
Yeah, so it kind of works. Just not 100%. Yeah. I'll just park it right there. It doesn't have to be exact or anything, or whatever.
All stations, Center will be back in 1 minute.
Alright, Center will be back. I'm gonna put out all these things. I always forget to do it. I really need to, but I'm doing it anyways. And then everyone can leave. Alright, I'm gonna go back up to Bedford. Let's do some pattern work. For like 20-30 minutes or something. Where is it? Oh, way over there. I was looking way closer. We're gonna go east ramp. Can't actually remove all the exterior items while outside the plane.
Runway awareness.
This is made for
okay.
2020.
Feet.
I just to take them right back off. Gonna reconnect. Alright, battery there. We'll just keep the same amount of fuel in. Actually, we're gonna squawk 1200. There we go. Parking brake was on this time, which is good. Back to Bedford. And the current date is probably still isn't going to work.
Yeah, I believe the one.
Still nothing. Yep.
Handsome Tower rate is Victor 1851 Zulu, wind 340 at 6, visibility 10. 2 clouds 5,000, scattered 5,500, ceiling 1000 broken. Temperature 24, dew point 13, altimeter 3001. Visual runway 29, landing departing 29. Read back all hold short instructions, advise you have Victor.
Victor.
Handsome Tower rate is Victor 1851 Zulu, wind
1.7. The tower's on 118.5, right? Yeah. Alright, so everything's tuned in. Information Victor. Swing her around before I call him. Say it's good to be ready to go. Hanscom ground, November Tree 4-1 Sierra Whiskey, East Ramp with Victor, request pattern work.
Number 341 Sierra Whiskey, Hanscom ground, hello. Runway 29er, taxi via Alpha Echo.
29er via Alpha Echo, number 1 Sierra Whiskey. It's like I have returned. I could have like flown into the airport maybe, but we're just starting here.
Yankee Foxtrot, close eye, Florida, 28 Yankee Oscar.
Number 2 the Yankee Foxtrot, 4 IFR clearance, contact Hanscom clearance on 121.85. I'll talk to you in a bit.
Taxi latest.
Oh, my mistake. Forgot they were there.
It's all good.
Forgot they were there. Oh, bruh. There's a plane doing things. One off my left. No reason to go zoom. 1,100 feet. That's our pattern, right? Yeah, we'll go 12. No reason to go crazy.
Alright, 3410 Whiskey, you need to run up at the end there, you ready to go?
Alrighty, 10 Whiskey.
Alright, Roger, contact tower 118.5, have a great flight, I'll talk to you in a bit.
118.5, we'll see you 10 Whiskey. I just magically teleported back to the airport. Hanscom Tower, number 3410 Whiskey, coming up on 29 for the pattern.
November 3410 Whiskey, Hanscom Tower. Roger, you ready to go?
Affirm, 10 Whiskey.
Number 10 Whiskey, make left close traffic, runway 29 clear for takeoff. Traffic at 172 in a 2-mile left base.
Alright, left coast traffic 29 clear for takeoff, 10 Whiskey. I'm not going to be able to see him. That's going to be a little problem here if I can't see the traffic. I'll have to keep a sharp eye out for him.
Approaching 29.
Alright, fine. I'll put a notch of flaps out or else Betty gets mad. I need to, like, disable that one portion of the program for the 152.
On runway 29.
Do that in the downwind. I realized I forgot to sync my thing again, didn't I?
November 41 Victor, run correction frequency change approved.
41 Victor, see ya.
I even see that guy behind me. Nope.
Hanscom Tower, November 22 Foxtrot X-ray on the visual runway 29 approach.
There's about our pattern altitude.
November 22 Foxtrot X-ray, Hanscom Tower, hello, enter right base, runway 29.
Enter right base runway 29, 22 Foxtrot X-ray.
Number 2 Sierra Papa, left enable, ground point 7, see ya.
Copy, left on Gulf and ground point 7, thanks a lot. 2 Sierra Papa.
Yeah, I could not see the guy. Not even sure if I can see him now. You can see that 737 out there. What the heck?
Number 1 Sierra Whiskey, runway 29 clear for the option.
29 for the option, 10 Whiskey. Golf. Let me see if I know where that is. Yeah. I don't even see the guy. Should be right there. The hell is Obo? Or it could just be model matching. I don't even know. Alright, let's get the throttle. Slow her down to flap speed. Flaps 1. What was that? Random hilltop building there. Good evening from France. How you doing?
X-ray traffic at Cessna 152 on a left downwind runway 29 reporting site.
Got the traffic in sight, 22 Foxtrot X-ray.
Number 2 Fox X-ray, follow that traffic, number 2, runway 29, clear to land.
Follow the traffic, number 2, clear land, 2922 Foxtrot X-ray.
I didn't even see the guy they're talking about. There's someone holding short out there. Wonder if the tower's gonna be ballsy enough to launch him. I'm a little far out too, I just realized that. Keep it a little tighter next time.
Tower log from Royal 23 Yankee Fox, service 29.
Experimental 23 Yankee Fox, shot Hanscom Tower, roger, same intentions.
The Yankee Fox outside for departure.
Roger.
He gets to watch me and judge my landing. Yeah, he's definitely not supposed to look like 737.
Too high. Too high.
Betty,
Unstable.
shut up.
Unstable.
Shut up, Betty. Well, since your last flew flight sim, yeah, this is the newer one, 2024. It's gotten a bit better since it came out at first. Betty's like unstable. Meanwhile, I'm hitting right on the numbers almost. Ah, G's didn't come up. Dang it.
Long landing. Long landing.
It's yelling about long landing, even though I took off. Oh gosh, I need to turn off. I forgot to do that in the down one. Let me do that. At least bring up the program so I can do it. Let's see. The taxiway things I'll turn off. The long landing gets turned off. Approach speed and angle, I'm gonna turn those off. Flap monitor. Turn that off. There we go.
Runway awareness. Okay. Feet.
That should be good. What gear do I fly with? All the Honeycomb, Alpha, and Bravo, Logitech pedals, which aren't the greatest, but they work. The, Logitech, like, comms panel thing, track IR.
November 23 Yankee Foxtrot, runway 29er, line up and wait.
29er, line up and wait. Yankee Fox.
Bro, why can I not see any of the other traffic around? There should be a guy, like, on the runway right now. And I don't see him. Like, what the hell? Oh, there he is. Right there.
And Tower, would you like a 22 Foxtrot picture right on November or taxi off at the end?
2 Fox X-ray, where are you parking?
Atlantic, 22 Foxtrot X-ray.
November 22 Fox X-ray, turn left on Mike, contact ground.
Left on Mike, contact ground, 22 Foxtrot X-ray.
Flaps in. If it gives you wake, caution, wake. Oh yeah, I kind of want to test that now. Let me get down there real quick. Put out all the flaps.
November 3 Yankee Foxtrot, fly runway heading runway 29, cleared for takeoff.
I was hoping he could take off first.
Number 10 Whiskey, runway 29 clear land. Correction, clear for the option.
29 for the option, 10 Whiskey.
Approaching 29.
From the downwind, this has basically been power idle.
November 3 Yankee Fox, contact Boston departure.
Departure 23 Yankee Fox.
There we go. Idle throttle, you gotta love it. Now, will I feel the wake? Because you were like a bigger plane there. Not really feeling much. Maybe it already descended below, and I'm not feeling it. That might be it. There's a setting you can turn on to like see where the wake is. I don't know where the setting is, or else I'd go for it real quick. Yeah, I could maybe in the downwind. Hopefully the tower won't notice. They'll think the sim just froze for a second. Or he's just watching the stream. I don't know. Yeah, 'cause there's no traffic around that I can see, of course. I have all steam gauges. I don't have no TCAS or anything, and so it's hard to see aircraft. Gotta keep an eye out.
Number 10 Whiskey, runway 29 clear for the option.
29, go for the option 10 Whiskey. Alright, let me get it all kind of trimmed out. Real quick. Come on, real quick. Probably that. Alright, wake turbulence. Kind of want to see if anyone generates anything. Because of course I do. Tiny little wake particles. I want to see if someone departing or something has it. Or if I can like fly through my own wake on the next pass. Because it's supposed to stay for like 3 minutes or something, right? I think so. I'm seeing what else taxiing out. Alright, go ahead and turn it. I turned out a little bit on the last one. Because I wasn't sure if he was going to clear for takeoff in time. Or clear, Dennis for takeoff in time. Really do need to widen out the base a little bit. Or descend earlier, that'll probably work better. I need to, like, prior to the approach end numbers, start putting the flaps out. That's how I should really do it. Although, you know, I'm trying to do this without throttle. Like, who needs throttle? I'll need a little bit, though. I'm barely even hearing that stall horn. It's like not a real Cessna stall horn. It's like a very slight whistle. It should sound like a screaming cat. Alright. Hey, look at that. Wake on the ground does exist. Well, at least this simulation of it doesn't. Yeah, I can't really see it out there at all, so it's probably just gone. I guess it dissipates very fast in 24 here. Let's see, if I go down here on that sim radar... Yeah, there's several people that are filed to depart, but I don't know if they're going to. I might just slow the hell down on the downwind and see if someone starts taxiing out. Yeah, it's the wake stuff, it's like already gone back behind me, unless it just doesn't render, unless it's further away. That could be a thing too. Like me going through that turn, how much can I see? Barely anything. It really makes me wonder how far out it simulates wake turbulence.
November 10 Whiskey runway 29, clear for the option.
Ooh, not a really option. 10 Whiskey. Yeah, no one's currently taxiing out. We'll turn it off. Let's pause very quickly where they almost don't notice. Alright, so let me get the flaps prior to the numbers now. At least the first notch. Start descending. The question always is where to turn base. And I'm gonna go right here. Where like that bit of water there before the beginning of the runway is. It's kind of my aiming point for turning base. I think even that's a little too high. Luckily I have a whole another notch of flaps that are just way out now. Use those to make it down. Next one I think is going to be the last one. Funny how on a lawnmower basically you're spending very little time on the runway. All these kids nowadays that need their fancy avionics to even just fly a basic airplane. I could do this in the yellow fucking Cub. It came out like in 1930 or something. You could achieve the same effect as what I'm doing now, well, except I'm not good at tailwheel. That's the only issue. But even that comm stack there, that's even slightly modern for some of the older 152s. Like, try having no navigation at all, no navigation equipment there, purely out the window.
Now, hello again. November 22 Sierra Delta, holding short runway 29, ready for departure.
November 22 Sierra Delta, Hanscom Tower, runway 29, clear for takeoff, fly runway heading.
29, clear for takeoff, runway heading, November 22 Sierra Delta.
Where he at? Can I see him out there? Supposed to be right there according to VATSIM radar. I can't even see him. It's like I know exactly where to... Oh, wait, he's on the runway. VATSIM radar just slightly delayed. Right there. I still probably should have been able to see him more easily than that. It's just, I guess, the distance at which it renders aircraft. Oh, almost a couple 100 feet high on the pattern.
November 2 Sierra Delta, contact Boston departure.
Contact departure, November 2 Sierra Delta.
November 1 Sierra Whiskey, runway 29, clear for the option.
Yeah, go for the option 1 Sierra Whiskey. You don't even need to tell them it's going to be full stop. I mean, it's helpful sometimes, but the traffic, the pattern's not full of like 5 or 6 aircraft, so not necessarily necessary. And really, I'm going to get off at, I think it's Gulf they were saying is over there. No reason for me to even try and land super short this time. Yeah, Gulf. I am still a little high, even for landing Gulf, I think. Just figure not to flap for a second. Oh, the sounds of the aircraft are pretty good. I need to go... Actually, never mind. I was about to say I need to install that sound pack I have for the 152, but I think it only works for 2020. I need to check on that.
Number 1 Sierra Whiskey, contact ground.
Over to ground, 1 Sierra Whiskey. It's dinner time around this house. And because of the parents upstairs handling honey and stuff.
Mark 56 is Victor Mike, Hanson Ground, hello.
Yeah, I'm probably going to be responsible for getting
there. The clearance gave you flight level 220. Unfortunately, the highest I can give you is 10,000 feet. Will you be able to expect 10,000 feet as your final?
Sure, 10,000 is fine.
Good, expect 10,000 feet as your final, and be back correct for 10,000. Runway 29 taxi via Sierra Echo.
29 via Sierra Echo 56 Victor Mike, thank you.
Hanson Ground, number 341 Sierra Whiskey, we're clear on Gulf, parking East Ramp.
341 Sierra Whiskey, Hanscom Ground. Welcome back to Hanscom. Continue via Gulf Echo, and if you go all the way into Bravo for these rounds.
Golf Echo Bravo 1 Sierra Whiskey.
TheFatRat ground Skyhawk 44 Foxtrot Romeo at GA ramp information Victor East departure.
44 Foxtrot Romeo, hands to ground, hello, runway 29er, taxi via Alpha
That's a
Echo,
GA
give
ramp.
way to the 152 on Echo.
Runway 29er, taxi Alpha Echo 1, give way to the 152 44 Foxtrot Romeo.
Now, what's funny is this whole airport is mostly GA ramp. So, like, which one? East? Are you at Signature? Atlantic? I think there's one more FBO even. There's many hangars. Yeah, Jet Aviation. Yeah, there's many different hangars around, too. Flying VFR? Yeah, I was all day today. Did some laps in the pattern. Did, flight down to Plymouth and then Nantucket. And then after those is when I came back here and did the pattern work. There should be a guy back behind me. Yeah, I see him back there.
Bedford ground, Skyhawk, 9er62 Alpha, what's my weight? One sec.
Do I still have the thing on that makes it turn? No, I guess I turned that off. I was trying to be lazy and not use my pedals for a second. Alright, do I even need to really park more specific? Not really, I think it's just anywhere in this ramp. I mean, there's probably organized lines and stuff in real life, but not in the sim. Let's just park wherever. And then I can't do the outside of the plane stuff outside the plane. It was made for 2020. Just there in a little iPad. A little tablet. Alright, well that was a fun Sunday fun day. I haven't done VFR Sunday Fun Day in years. Although this isn't technically Sunday Fun Day, that's with the Pilot Club. But it's what I'm gonna call it. It's basically what it is. Alright. Well, it's about my dinner time, so if you haven't already, come on over check out the Discord. Tomorrow is Minecraft Monday, once a week. Me and the boys will go play some Minecraft instead of doing Flight Sim. You know, it is good to not just do the same thing every day like that, you know, mix it up a little bit. I'm gonna go design some different things to use on that server there. Then Tuesday, I plan to take part in Northern Lights Tuesday and go between a couple different airports. We'll see what positions they have open though. Wednesday will be more Indy Center. Thursday, there might be a flight on Thursday actually. I need to go check that. But I haven't put it on here at all. Anyways, if you have missed a stream or part of a stream, all the vlogs can be found over on YouTube on 2 different channels. It'd be great if you can check them out. Should be able to find a time lapse of yesterday's ATC stream. I put that up. I forgot to go and edit the VOD or the thing last night, and I'm like, ah, crap. So I woke up, did that this morning. Technically this afternoon, because I don't wake up that early at all. Later than 99% of people, I feel like. At least in the same time zone as me. But we'll go find someone to carry on the viewership to in the form of a raid. Maybe High. He's over there flying into, what was it? Leesburg, that's it. I was trying to think of what the airport was over near Dulles. And then Darth Dennis, I think, is doing the same thing, kind of following behind him. Alright, so let's see what High's up to here in the... Oh, is he close to landing? Looks like he's kind of descending. Yeah. Hell yeah. Alright, let's stick around for the raid free extra channel points. Hit the follow button here and the follow button on High's channel, and we will see you tomorrow.